Guys, it's Steph here. It has been a while since I've been on here. I think it's 4 months now. My husband and I started a landscape company about 2 years ago, and that's just been really busy. But now that it's slowing down, I thought I'd get on here and just give you a little update. Today, my video will be on some of the trees I planted. These are like two of my favorite trees. I've been wanting to put them in my yard for a couple years now. I love them because they are just going to give you interest all season, spring, summer, all the way until fall, and even some winter interest. They're really pretty tough trees. The first one I'm going to highlight is the Japanese maple. So these are a really versatile tree. They like a lot of shade. Some of them can handle more sun, so I've put a few of them in a full sun area. The risk with that is the leaves are going to go a little bit crispy, but as long as you water them, they'll be just fine. They're a little bit more on the shallow rooted side, so they actually transplant pretty well. And then the next one will be the Autumn Brilliance Serviceberry. Cannot wait to show you the coral bark. You're going to be blown away by the winter color. So let's check out the first coral bark. I have two of them that's planted in a shadier area along my river. I love Japanese maples along a river. And then we'll go check out the one that's in the full sun area. Okay, so we own half of the river, and so it's right in the middle, and I am begging my neighbors to landscape this side. Eventually I'll get there, hopefully, but the goal is to have some Japanese maples repeating throughout. So this coral bark, look at that red color. So it doesn't get nearly as vibrant as in the full sun area, which you will see. So my climate gets about, in the summer, about 100 degrees, 90 to 100 degrees for a good couple months. So in this shady spot, which only gets about 3 hours of sunlight, it still has a lot of nice color. I'll probably only have to water it once a week, but as we walk over to my other one, it's on a south side, which gets sun the entire day. And so it's a little bit risky to put it here. I'm gonna have to supplement water it probably every single day until it gets more established, because I just barely planted it. But like I said, those roots never really get that deep. So I'll just make sure if it's really dry to water a little bit more, check the moisture levels. So it's a lot more high maintenance in a full sun area, but it's worth it because look at this color. This is actually one of those Japanese maples. So I did think this through that can handle a little bit more sun. I left it in its pot and it dried out and it was fine. So I experimented with that already by accident. So I know it is a little bit more on the drought tolerant side. It is as red as can be. And then right here, if you're wondering what that cloth is, on this southwest side, it's very vulnerable since it's really the hottest spot during winter to get scarring, which it didn't go high enough. My guys didn't do it high enough, so we've got to put it back all the way up to right here. And so in the winter, when it freezes and then it starts to melt a little bit with the heat and then freezes again, it causes a little scar with sun scald if you don't wrap it at the beginning. And so that's why we do that, just to protect it. So why do I love talking about plants so much? I don't know, but I will continue to talk about them. I think that is my favorite thing to do in my videos, is highlight trees. Anyways, let's walk over to the Autumn Brilliance Serviceberry. I think I bought the biggest tree that they had at the nursery. So I think it was probably around $200 if you're curious. Not super cheap, but it is so worth it. So see the multi-stem? It adds so much character to the spot. And I had some wires here, so I had to take that into consideration, because it will get 15 to 20 feet tall and wide. It can handle a lot of pruning. The one negative about this tree is it will get a little bit on the gangly side if you don't prune it every year, but you can let it go if that doesn't bother you. It will really bother me if I don't. Look at this fall color. Gets this coppery red leaf. I like the white bark. It's kind of white gray. And it's just one of those that you can't kill. Put this one in your yard if you want something that's super heat tolerant. It's kind of native to my area, really drought tolerant, just a tough tree, disease resistant. So in the spring, it gets this beautiful white flower. And then in summer, they get these beautiful little purple berries that are not messy. They kind of persist and they're pretty small. The birds usually eat them before they drop. You can eat them if you want. I don't think I'll be eating them. I don't think they're very sweet. And then, as you can see, in fall, they get this beautiful color, and they hold on to their leaves a little bit longer than my other deciduous trees. I'm not sure if that's because I just barely planted it. We'll see what happens over the next couple years. I have it protected, another southwest spot, but this is just such a great, tough tree. So I'm spoiled. I am just so excited to have these trees in my yard. But when you're planting trees, I would suggest that you do it in early spring, late winter, as long as the ground is not frozen when they're still kind of dormant, or in the fall before winter hits. I could even plant a tree right now because the soil is soft. It's winter time. I would just have to make sure to water it. I don't want to let it dry out. So we've been kind of having a dry winter, and so I'm gonna go ahead and give all of my trees a little bit more water. And I've got some pansies that look like they're drying out. We really need some moisture. I hope you guys like this little update. I hope all is well, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.